Hi Bert, thanks for making me your video and showing me what you're up to with your guitar. I using the guitar and the Mundo Support on your right leg, which is doable. Just a quickie, you'll most likely know all this already, but I'm just going to go through it anyway. So the Mundo Support is designed for that semi-sphere of movement, and so if we came down to 90 degrees roughly, so it's flat with the bass. If we go beyond that, we create a lever and it disconnects the ball joint really easily. So if we reach that angle when we're supporting the guitar, it's going to detach. So we need to keep an eye open for that. It's a good way to detach it anyway. It makes it life a lot easier because you're using it as a lever. Ordinarily, it's, as you know, it's quite a powerful magnet. Right, okay, so I'll show you how I attach the Mundo Support to a guitar similar to yours as I have, which is the Les Paul. Just quickly, the chair I'm sitting in leaves my legs, it's a computer chair, spinny chair, and my legs are about parallel with the floor, and I think that's a really good thing to do. Feet flat on the ground, it's good posture, and you're supporting your back, importantly your lumbar, your lower lumbar. So I'm probably telling you things you already know, but anyway. Okay, so the Les Paul, we got a really nice area on the Les Paul for attaching the attachment head and the sucker cups. This plate and this plate, cover plates, they don't get in the way, they're not in the way, which is great. So on some electric guitars they are in the way, and a bloody nuisance frankly. But anyway. Right, so what I like to do, 2 points of contact, bass on the inner thigh, guitar on the outer thigh like that. So the lower bout is on the outer thigh like that. And then when you attach your Mundo Support attachment head, squeeze the sucker cups, make sure they're all flat. And there we go. Now you can see the angle here it's fairly close, but it's not beyond that 90 degrees. We've got about, at least we've got about 15-20 degrees of movement there before we're in the critical zone. So that's a good position, back supported. Sometimes I like to raise my right leg, sometimes not. So this is a really comfortable position to find, roughly 45-degree angle. I'm assuming that's what you're aiming for. I know you're professional guitarists, so you'll have your own, your own demands on the neck position and so on. But it's comfortable here. You can see the whole of the fretboard. The left hand's free to move. I'm a Spanish guitar player. I play Spanish guitar, and so that for me is a really good angle for playing with my fingers. I'm not keen on playing with the plectrum because I'm not very good at it. So, but I find this is a good position, and you can tweak it around, move it around. You may want to move it forward, have it more forward like that, and release your back from the chair so you can move around, drag it around, and again quickly you can change obviously the neck angle, get your bass in position. This time I'm going to lower the neck angle. I'm roughly in the middle. You can see that angle again is it's not going to the critical. Inner thigh, outer thigh, and there we've got a lower angle. We can move it along. There are all sorts of conditions that some of our customers have, with back problems, for after loads and loads of years of playing the guitar, many hours a day, which is what we like to do. And so it can have its consequences. It certainly was for me. I was getting repetitive strain in my right hand, and being able to tweak around, find different angles is what one needs to do to make it easier to play, and also take the strain, particularly off the lower lumbar, sitting well, comfortably. So that in terms of the electric guitar, on the right leg, it's cool. What I don't recommend, certainly to my students, the idea of having the support there and then having the guitar sort of floating, elevated and floating like that. I mean, the guitar is free to move and so on, which, you know, it's not so bad, but it does mean that you have to hold the guitar you know, for me at the moment, my left hand is actually holding the guitar. Really bad for a left hand technique. The guitar wants to be supported, and if it's free to move like that, it's but again, it's not, you know, you can just tweak around with it, and see how you get on. Now if we had, let's try a steep angle and see if we can get it to detach. So here I've got a really steep angle. Now you can see it's coming to that 90 degrees. Now if I, there we go. You see it's gone there. So you will notice it's dangerously close to the nether regions of the male anatomy. You know. Yeah, I've not injured myself yet. We'll need to be careful on that, obviously. Right, cool. So, yeah, experiment. Let's try it over here, see what happens. Camera, I think that will be quite a good angle. And there we are. That angle is okay. And 2 points of contact. Now, I wanted to show you how the design works with the Mundo Support works with the, because you did ask, with the Yamaha silent guitar. When I use this guitar a lot for quiet practice, you know, so I don't irritate neighbours. Those repetitive, you know, riffs, scales, etc. So what I've done here is, well, there's a permanent attachment. The Mundo Support is permanently attached. And it folds away so you can get it in the bag, etc. And so you've got this one port of attachment. Now it does create a difficulty when we're on the right leg, because you can reach that critical angle if you're not careful. So you can see there, actually, at that length, with that 45-degree angle, that's really good. Now you can see the way here I have a webbing lanyard which goes to the tail strap button, and all we need to do is lengthen and shorten the, so if I pull it tighter, then you can change the pitch angle of the neck, and you know, to get what you want. So it's quite convenient, and then slackening it off. What you tend to find is you get your position, and then you don't have to adjust it anymore. It's just there, you know. And so lowering the neck, just pulling it down. But again, if let me see if I can get it to detach. So if I had an angle like that, there we go. So bringing it down to the critical angle. I mean, that's quite sort of comfortable position, but it's too close to that critical angle. And so another thing you can do actually is, and again this looks dodgy for the tackle. So yeah, you can use the chair. The difficulty here for me with the silent guitar is that, well, I say difficulty, I mean I just changed the angle by tightening it up there, and so that's actually a really nice position there, with it sitting on the chair. But like I say, it does look a bit odd, doesn't it? A little bit dangerous. So, but it's avoiding that critical angle, having the 2 points of contact. Quick look on the classical guitar, because I'm guessing you're like me, you've got loads of bloody guitars all over the place. and so you really want to be able to support them all. So again, with the classical guitar, Spanish guitar, you need to be a bit more careful with the Spanish guitar because the backs are thinner, so when you attach the attachment head, it's best to push the socket cups one at a time. Then you don't put too much pressure on. So there we go. You can see there the angle. There's about 20 degrees to go before it reaches that attachment. And again, sitting back, it's comfortable. You've got the full fretboard, really quite nicely visible. It is a nice position, but it can get a bit close, so to the critical angle. So we can position in a way that now if I raise that, I can bring the neck down again, carefully. And so you can see the angle there is really okay. That needs to go a bit deeper. Right, so if I bring that down to there, 1, 2, 3, there we go. I mean, that is quite a comfortable position. Well, actually, it's very comfortable, really. It's so laid back, it's untrue, isn't it? It's like, yeah. So personally, I prefer to use the support on the right leg, on the left leg, sorry, and have a position something like that. So always the idea is that the lower lumbar is supported in the chair, and from there you can sit and play for ages. Now I hope that's helpful to you. It's the 2 points of contact is the rule that I have. It works best for me. Let me know how you get on, and if there's any struggling, there may be something else we can come up with, we can think of. But anyway, thanks for like I say, thanks for sending that video. It's always nice to have some feedback so that we can start thinking things over again and see if there's anything we can do. Okay, Burke, so let me know how you get on, and speak to you soon. Hasta luego.